even get to bronze.
What is up, friends? It is your boy Z3Gs here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another competitive tips and tricks video. So it will not be long. It'll just be a quick tutorial on something I think that you guys would maybe like to improve on and hone your skills down on. And today's episode is going to be on strafing and how strafing helps your aim out and things like that. And for those of you that don't know what strafing really is, it's basically where you're moving your left analog stick back and forth instead of moving your right analog stick aimlessly and trying to struggle for the last bullet kill. So right here I'm kind of strafing, quote unquote, and using my left analog stick to move back and forth to aim instead of moving right to left. So I'm going to give you guys a prime example here. So here's me, here's my controller that I use. As you can see, I'm moving my left analog stick right to left, and that's how you strafe. That's basically what strafing is, instead of moving your right analog stick like I'm kind of showing you right here to aim for. With using your left analog stick to actually aim for your kills and stuff like that, it enables you to actually move your character the slightest amount, to the extent where you can actually move your crosshair so that you're like moving it just like the slightest amount. It's like a lower sensitivity, but instead of using your right analog stick to aim, you can use your left analog stick to actually move your character a little bit slower to the left or to the right, because that way it can actually keep your accuracy instead of you trying to move your right analog stick quickly right and left to try to get that kill. Instead, you can actually use the quote-unquote strafing technique. And a lot of AR players use this, such as myself, called strafing. We use it in almost every single gunfight because we're in power positions, and we're also trying to head glitch over different obstacles in the map, and we will strafe left to right or right to left to actually win certain gunfights on that certain map. But not just AR players use this technique. A lot of actually submachine gun players use this technique, and I think I play with a submachine gun here later in the video, but I'm just showing you guys some clips of me showing you guys how to actually strafe back and forth. So number one, when strafing, you always want to just move it to the slightest amount to the left. You can always tweak your right analog stick, but that's the analog stick where you're aiming up, down, left, and right. It's like a higher sensitivity of a movement, I guess you can call it. But just no matter what, use your left analog stick to strafe back and forth when you're either head glitching or hiding under another area. So here's some gameplay of me with the submachine gun. Submachine gun players can use it to their advantage as well, instead of just assault rifle players like me. But submachine gun players are going to be more up in your face, so you're going to actually hip fire kind of strafe, if you know what I mean, instead of just strafing. But if it is coming down to a long range gunfight, you can use this technique to actually win longer range gunfights. As you can see right there, I almost took out that AR bot from long range by strafing right to left, and it's just a really good technique for a lot of competitive players, and even a lot of public match players if you guys aren't into competitive. But public match players who usually just use their right analog stick instead of using their left one. And you'll see a lot of competitive players only using their left analog stick to aim sometimes, just because they can either hip fire with their right analog stick, or they'll just use their left hand or left thumb to use that strafing technique that I told you guys about. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know that number one, you always want to strafe with your left thumb right to left or left to right. Not going up and down is not really going to help you too much. Number two, just try to not be herky-jerky with it. Try to make it as smooth as possible. And number three, just try to practice it. I mean, it all comes down to practice, you guys. Practicing on bots, or practicing in clan versus clan, or even game battles and UMG matches. So I hope you guys really did enjoy this episode of competitive tips and tricks. I will be doing more of these to come in the future. So put down in the comment section below what you would like me to cover next episode in competitive tips and tricks to help you guys out. But as always, guys, this has been your boy Izzy3Gs and Bren's friends. We will see you guys later. Peace out.